Hello everybody and welcome back to Screamers. This week we've had a very busy weekend going to 3 WSL games which we'll be breaking down today. Shall we get into it, guys?
Let's do it.
So yeah, as Honor mentioned, the WSL is back, football is back, and
Woo-hoo!
We have done our level best to see as much of it as possible this weekend. Because they love scheduling lots of matches at the same time, we haven't seen Liverpool, Everton, Manchester United versus Leicester, Villa versus Brighton in detail. We've seen the scores. We will be acknowledging some of them. Shall we talk through the games that we went to in a bit more detail? Started off at Stamford Bridge on Friday night.
Such an exciting opener on paper, I would say.
On paper. And take from that what you will.
I think one of the most exciting things for all of us was seeing Ellie Carpenter.
Yeah.
She mean, really did make an impact, I think.
I already think that her and Aggie Beaver-Jones have more of a connection than Aggie had with Lucy Bronze last season.
It also felt like she was going really far up the pitch and then actually able to come back.
Yeah.
She's sort of in control of that, which at times I think I would take that back from, I think Lucy was amazing at that during the Euros, but last season and in sort of the last few previous seasons, she has looked a little bit hairy with that. But Ellie Carpenter was in that school, but doing it really effectively, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting in really dangerous positions.
A lot of space. They were
loads of crosses in. Yeah, it felt like something was bound to happen. And it did.
And it did. One thing I was quite surprised by Ellie, though, is that I thought my main thing I was wondering was whether she was going to change the colour of her hair wrap, to match the Chelsea blue. She didn't.
Man City
Still
blue.
City blue. Like me in my Man City jacket sat amongst all of the Chelsea fans. What did you think of Hannah's performance? First time back in the league since the Euros.
Yeah, Hannah Hampton, I think she played well, but the fans were loving her. Every touch, every easy catch, everything. Everyone was like cheering so much. And I was like, okay, I get that she was obviously a hero at the Euros. She's a great goalkeeper. You guys love her, but it seemed a little bit OTT.
I don't know. I don't
also,
think you can blame
not
them.
making much other noise apart from just screeching every time.
Oh, I don't know. Them clackers were constant.
Do you know what? I've actually ordered loop earplugs this morning simply because of those clackers.
The clackers were.
I actually
awful.
thought I was like, this has ruined my hearing by a few percent just sitting in front of these people.
I think it's quite a clever move from Chelsea, considering like the amount that other clubs have taken the piss out of them for the atmosphere. But it was more, and because all of the stadium is safe standing, people were hitting them off the safe standing bars, and it just meant they were right next to your ears.
Annoying.
But I will say that was a good move, because you're right, the vibe felt vibey simply actually down to the clackers. They didn't sell that many tickets for an opening game against Man City.
On a Friday night, like I did think it would be fuller. I think it's a shame that it wasn't.
I agree.
But at least it was like a crowd that was up for it. I think you'd rather a smaller crowd that was up for it than
the library.
Yeah, the crowd were up for it, and it was very loud with the clackers. I did speak to a Chelsea fan yesterday who was saying that actually she doesn't mind that it's quiet and could sit and watch a whole football game in dead silence. So being a Chelsea fan really suits her. So maybe
Honestly,
the clackers are actually kind of ruining everyone's life. Like, let the people be silent.
I can watch a game in silence, like at home or in the pub, but I think being in a completely silent stadium, it feels a bit dead.
But I think I agree with that, Jessie. But what I didn't like was the clackers being so close to my ear. That was quite horrid.
We all know Maya's very sensitive to noise.
Yeah,
and how I'm always surprised every time I go to Stamford Bridge how like small the leg room is.
My knees.
It was like EasyJet.
Yeah, which you'd think they should. I mean, I know it's like compressed in on all sides with all the the houses and stuff around it, but you'd think they would have a bit more space around.
We're not even that tall.
Inch.
Yeah,
I've got
Imagine
very long
actually
femurs. Actually, I've got abnormally long femurs.
Right. Okay.
That's what
it specifically affects me.
That's what we tell people when they ask about honour. Abnormally large femurs. So a calling card. What do you think of City? How do you think City looked?
City didn't come out impressing me in the way that I thought they might or hoped they might. I think I'm not confident that they have what it takes to win the league. They didn't look that together. I think we were excited about seeing Jade Rose. I think, like we said in the stadium, she maybe needs a bit more time settling, which is totally normal.
Yeah, she had some good moments.
She did, but she was getting caught out a lot as well.
Yeah, and kind of, I felt like she thought she had 1 or 2 more seconds on the ball than she actually did.
Yeah.
Like she was either getting caught in no man's land because the game had sort of passed her, or taking a bit too long on the ball, and then there was someone pressing her immediately. There was someone right on top of her. And I think it's often a thing that people talk about in the men's game, that like players coming from different leagues have to adapt to the speed of it. And I think you're starting to see that with new signings to WSL as well.
Yeah. I remember seeing that a lot with Khadijah Buchanan, actually.
Yeah.
Her first season at Chelsea. She's such a good player, but she just hadn't got the hang of the WSL style of play yet. And I think hopefully Jade Rose will adapt faster. I think also on Man City, Bunny was not as clinical as we have seen her before.
No.
Which again, like she's had a lot of time out. And,
Yeah.
so there were a few kind of finishes that I think the scoreline could look very different, but it didn't.
There was a 1v1 she had with Hannah that I think 18 months ago, you would have like back Bunny sure to score that goal every single time. And I was still back Bunny to score those goals, but I feel like the confidence in Hannah Hampton's goalkeeping now is just like...
Yeah, the two things have tipped a little bit, haven't they?
No Sam Kerr. Didn't see any
I
Sam
know,
Kerr.
gutted.
No, I thought we might be lucky to see the return of
I
Sam
thought
Kerr
she
in
might get
person.
like 5-10 mins at the end.
Yeah, I think if it had been 2-0 at 80, I reckon she might have made it onto the pitch. But
Yeah.
the long-awaited return will have to be waited for a little bit longer.
Also, the other thing I did think about, kind of own goal aside, was Niamh Charles was still not looking.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that they haven't gone out and tried to find another left back actually at Chelsea.
I guess they're always relying on the fact that they can drop Sandy Baltimore back there.
Yeah.
Very different kind of left back, but I don't think there's a position on the pitch she's not played for Chelsea yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Doing wonders for fantasy when she starts up top, but she's still classed as a midfielder. So that was Friday night, and then we were at your beloved Ems, the Emirates, on Saturday.
And can I just say the difference in legroom?
But not the difference really in attendance. I mean, obviously a bit more at Arsenal, but again, I was quite surprised that it wasn't a bigger crowd.
Yeah, it wasn't a sellout, but there were a lot more people there.
Yeah, it was like 30-something thousand.
38.
But I thought it would be a bit bigger, but vibey crowd.
As we have come to expect at the Emirates.
As we've come to expect.
And also, as we had said, London City Lionesses scored first.
Yep. I love there were some people sat around us who were complaining about the penalty. It was a pretty
clear
pretty
penalty. Yeah.
I thought Katie Reid played really well, but that was like a young defender just desperate to win it back. And
Yeah.
I was so surprised, unless Lotte is suffering from something at the moment, that Katie Reid started ahead of Lotte.
Renee's press conference said everyone was fit apart from Leah.
Wow.
Apart from Leah, like Leah Williamson with
That's
her
gotta
knees
hurt.
strapped up.
Yeah, she obviously just doesn't want to play Lotte. I don't know if she doesn't trust her. She said a lot of stuff in the presser about developing Katie, not wanting to go out on loan again because they believe she can be a key part of the squad this season. And I guess she is going to be from the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, if Lotte's not getting a start in that game, you kind of think she's not going to get a start on any game.
No.
Or like cup games or something. But I feel like she's really at risk of losing her prime football years. She's so into
100%.
Arsenal.
Yeah. And to her detriment, maybe.
Yeah. Can't really pull herself away.
She's never going to leave.
Yeah.
But for her own sake, maybe she should.
I was surprised actually when she signed that contract extension, because you had been sort of saying about her leaving and I had been thinking about it, and she's never sort of first or really, well, not never first, but now not even second choice for those positions. And you're like you say, she is in her prime playing years. She was really unlucky last season, I think, with that really long concussion. And I think another knock, but still.
And it's not like Renee came in with no knowledge of the players, so her only experience of Lotte was
no, exactly.
She's known her for years. That season before, she was one of the best defenders in the league.
Exactly.
It's really strange. It's a real shame. I thought they, apart from a couple of rogue passes, weirdly I felt the roguest passes on the pitch from Arsenal were from the players who weren't at the Euros. I'm like, Katie, you've got no excuse to play passes like that. You've got somewhere to relax. You've been on the beach, love. But I thought that it was all clicking really nicely. All the subs came on of desperate to make their case to be starters as well.
I also think watching the subs come on, it's such a testament to how we have been building depth over the last kind of 3 seasons. We were so thin on the ground a few years ago, and now it really does feel we have some really world class players that we can choose from as a starting 11. We have started to have more of sort of riches in those departments. Not, I wouldn't say to rival Chelsea yet, but definitely getting there, which I think obviously in such a grueling football calendar is so important.
Yeah, with so many things on the table. Who were you most excited about at Arsenal yesterday?
Well, I was really excited about Olivia Smith.
Oh, was she on?
Jessie, you really, brought that one upon yourself.
Well, I've got to be a neutral host, but I can refuse to acknowledge the existence of certain players and their contributions.
I just think it looks like she's settled in really well. She was getting a lot of space down that right-hand side, as she always does. And you play like that when you're happy. And so that's great. No, that's not meant to be a dig.
That
I just
sounded
mean
like a dig
sound like
to
a real
me.
dig.
Well, she played like that last season as well, and she was obviously very happy at Liverpool. But like, it's nice that she obviously is settling in well. Like, you know, when Chloe Kelly first came, which I was really happy actually that Chloe Kelly started as well.
Yeah, I did think Livy Smith did do really well. Did I say it to you yesterday on Understands? I think it'd be really interesting to see how she's refereed compared to how she was refereed last season.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Because she got bodied around like a lot. It'd just be interesting whether I don't know, she feels a bit more shielded by not having to like
Carry everything.
carry the whole team set up.
I mean, that would be nice if she can avoid just a needless, really bad knock.
Yeah.
Because it was getting to a point where every single game she was sort of getting beaten up last season.
She rarely finished 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that was less about her stamina and more like she was just getting like spending half the time horizontal. She'd been knocked off her feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Arsenal looked good. I thought London City Lionesses, for all the hype and all the transfers, looked distinctly average.
Me too.
Oh, absolutely. It's like they look like a team of players who have never played together before, which is exactly what
It's
they
funny
are.
that.
And I don't know what we were all expecting. We were like,
Yeah.
because it was a big mystery.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does make total sense. You've got starters who have only joined the club like a week ago.
Yeah.
And hardly any leftovers from last season. So they just looked disjointed.
I still think it'll be interesting to see how they develop over the season, because they've got some real quality, like Gioro and Van der Donk, who we didn't even see yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think they still have more in their back pocket. And like you say, like they've obviously never played together before. So how quickly can they kind of start gelling, and will that make a huge difference? I think at the beginning they looked maybe a little bit more dangerous, but then as soon as you realise that they were just like some relatively good, quite fast players, but actually had no sort of togetherness or game plan, then they just sort of, as soon as Arsenal scored their first goal, they just kind of unraveled.
I think Arsenal figured them out really quickly.
Yeah.
And then it was like they didn't really have anything else to bring out. And then that Liv Smith goal just really knocked
Took the wind out of the sails, didn't it?
Filthy.
I think it'll be interesting if the gelling together happens too late. Because I feel like if it happens soon, you think, okay, it'll be quite interesting. Weirdly, I thought like their best player yesterday was one of the only survivors from last season, which was their left back, Imran. I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah, actually, she was.
Like really dangerous in attack, but also like made so many clutch tackles. I mean, I know they lost 4-1, but I thought made so many like goal-saving interventions. Again, it was maybe not the most thrilling of matches, but it was quite a good one compared to...
Yeah. I really enjoyed the return of WSL heritage as well. Like Katie Zeller, Milana Kennedy back on the pitch. I felt at home.
When Alana Kennedy went down holding her head in like the 85th minute, I was like, I feel settled again. All is right with the world. It was a good match compared to maybe the less than thrilling end to our 3 games at Brisbane Road today, Spurs versus West Ham.
Maybe if it had been the first of 3, I wouldn't have felt quite as like...
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. It was just after 2 kind of big hitters.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of an anticlimax, I think.
Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting.
Well, I know I kind of have sympathy for you actually, because last season there were some really exciting West Ham moments, and like there was like some quite good kind of flows of play that were really amazing. Today it was almost like they went down to Spurs level.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is what happens.
It does. Yeah, you play a team that's like exceptionally like shit.
Yeah.
And you do. I thought.
Having said that, I thought Tottenham looked better than they had last season.
100%.
They have flashes of brilliance.
It's that Martin Ho juice.
Must be.
Every time he was shouting, and then the fourth,
Oh, he got carded as well, didn't he?
Yeah, every time he was shouting, and then the fourth official turned around to him, he was like, "Me?"
I'm sorry, that pissed me off actually. I think I'm a Martin Ho hater already.
Already?
Yeah.
You've gone from a Villeman lover to a Ho hater.
Yeah.
I loved actually. I thought West Ham's passing around the back when Kinga Shemmick got injured and had to go off. I think obviously that changed it because the second choice keeper wasn't as confident in that. But I thought some of the like playing out from basically on the 6-yard box and just playing passes and getting out of danger, I thought was really cool to see.
I just think our back line was looking quite good. I think Zadorski was strong and Verena Hanshaw as well. I feel like she can make a big impact attacking as well, getting right up the pitch. And then, unfortunately, when Kinga Shemik got injured, it was never going to be an easy day for Walsh. And she had a couple of like really freaky moments.
Yeah.
I also think there was a bit of panic in the final third as well. Like West Ham, when they had some quite convincing attacking moments, and then it would just fall apart at the last minute.
Yeah, it was like really rushed finishing, people taking pot shots. We have like Ueki, Asei, maybe Martinez as well, taking shots from outside the box. And it's like, you don't have to do that. That's not the only option. Like, you guys know, do you not remember that you scored some like good team goals last season? So that was disappointing. But again, I don't know if it was just like a bit of a frantic game in general.
Yeah.
I didn't think either side was going to be able to keep that up, but they really did that. They had that sort of like frantic puppy energy, both sides. So it was kind of like you're kind of needlessly using some of this energy, but it never let up. Like they both did sort of match each other in that.
It was like it was a pretty good end-to-end game. Like it never felt like it was all going one way.
No.
I thought Asei was maybe reacting to the like panicking up front by then like holding on to the ball a bit too long, and I felt like there was a couple of opportunities where if she'd have played the quick pass, I think West Ham would have been in. But I think it will click. It was fun to see Fionn Morgan get her first run out. Yeah,
it was fun to see her get her run out. I thought, to be honest, it's going to take some adjusting for her to get used to the WSL.
And of course, I met her dad.
Oh, of course, I met her dad.
Which was my highlight.
Papa Morgan, we hope you're listening.
I asked him for a selfie.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I've never done that in my life before. And then I was like, well, for some reason, I love Fionn Morgan. I have just got Welsh fever. That's the problem. Since the Euros, I think I've just been taken along on the journey, and then
captivated by Rhian Wilkinson.
Yeah, exactly. By the story, you know, her like presser on the mountain. It's all got me. And then Jess Fishlock, obviously, when we interviewed her, and then her first ever goal.
Yeah,
it's just like this story that I'm on board with. And then Fionn Morgan does these vlogs.
Day in the life.
Oh, really?
And they always pop up on my reels.
They're great.
And I love them. And so now, to me, she's like...
really defensive. I love them.
I love them. And then, like, now, to me, she's such a celeb. So when I met her dad, and no one else cared that it was her dad, apart from me and
Did
Suki.
you recognise that it was her dad?
No, he had a Morgan shirt on.
I'm Fionn Morgan's dad.
And then when he ordered his food, he sounded really Welsh. And he was next to us, and Suki was like, oh my God, he's got a Morgan shirt on and he's Welsh. And I said, are you Fionn Morgan's dad? And he was like, oh, what gave it away?
He's going to go home now and Fionn will be like, oh, what was it like watching me make my debut? He's like, yeah, no, I got asked for a selfie at the burger stand. It was quite...
I think he'll be thrilled.
You're so big time now.
I'd be thrilled if someone asked me for a selfie.
Oh, I'll arrange that for you. It was like a treat.
Thank you.
Listeners, keep an eye out for my own the streets of London.
Just approach at all times with selfie requests. Yeah, I love the Welsh contingent. We've got quite a nice Welsh contingent now at Liverpool. Sadly, couldn't do.
Should we segue onto your game then?
Yeah, let's segue onto. Let's get out of the fucking way. Yeah, so that game finished 1-0 to Spurs with a Beth England penalty.
It was going well when you went 1-0 up.
I thought we'd broken the curse.
Yeah.
I thought finally, we've never beaten Everton at Anfield. I couldn't remember if we'd actually ever even scored a goal against Everton at Anfield. Should have just called the game then, at about 13 minutes in, because then.
It all fell apart.
A hat trick from a Everton debutant.
What a dream first game.
Yeah, I'm so happy for her.
I'm sorry. A hat trick on your debut in the Merseyside derby.
And I saw one of them.
I can't be excited for that.
Yeah. Wow. Just honestly, wow.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm like cool rationally, but I cannot be excited for that because 4-1 loss to open the season at Anfield to Everton is an embarrassment, quite frankly.
All I'm going to say is, on a called it.
Gareth Taylor sacked by Christmas.
Gareth Taylor sacked by the October international break, maybe. So that was 4-1. And then elsewhere, we haven't had a chance to watch the highlights yet.
Man U won 4-0.
4-0. Tooney, Turland and Mallard on the score sheet.
Yeah.
Poor old Leicester. Could be a long season.
Yeah.
But who knows? Liverpool might be racing them for the bottom.
Long race to the bottom.
And then the game I think we picked out last week that we thought might be quite good for the neutral, and it might have been. Again, we've not had a chance to watch the highlights, but Brighton Villa finished 0-0. Looks like Michelle Adjuman got most of the game, which I think is quite fun.
Yeah, good for my fantasy.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I get a point.
But
Maya is scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
but no goals, no
Can I just
assists.
say every point counts?
I don't want to talk about fantasy anyway, so let's move on.
Anna did really badly this week.
She's week 1 and is all ready to quit and pull out the league. So
I'm like looking on the settings, like how to delete my account.
but she's not a sore fantasy football player, not at all. Not a sore fantasy loser.
I am aware it's a big flaw of mine, but I just don't
We all
know
have
how.
flaws.
I think the only way I can change is to quit, go cold turkey.
The only way to change.
Like
is to
I can't
think
live
it's
my
just-
life
it's
like
game
being this
week 1.
rattled all the time. Every
you
weekend.
need to get some perspective.
It's like I'm rattled by the WSL. I'm rattled by the WSL2. I'm rattled by men's football. I'm rattled by
NWSL.
NWSL fantasy, WSL fantasy, Premier League fantasy. Like
It's a hard life,
make
isn't it, Anna?
stop.
Glad you do a football podcast then.
Yeah. And sadly, it's just begun.
What's rattling you about the WSL2 today, Anna?
So we just watched the end of the Nottingham Forest Newcastle game, which ended 1 goal for Nottingham Forest and 2 for Newcastle. It's not the worst result in the world,
No,
is
it's
it?
really not.
Forest's first
It's no
game,
Merseyside derby.
first game in the WSL2. No, it's no Merseyside derby. Yeah,
Whatever you paid for Olivia Smith, it wasn't fucking enough.
but Forest's first goal in the WSL2.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah, big up Kirsty Smith.
And
One of my own.
One of your own. My God, she is so honour coded as a player.
Very honour-coded.
Better introduction to the WSL2 than Ipswich had.
Ooh, yeah.
Not a very nice
Getting
welcome.
battered by Southampton, was it?
4-0.
4-0.
Not great. Which was
That makes me feel good about Forest. I mean, they have made obviously a lot of big signings, so very exciting, including one of your own, Maya. Viv Leah.
That's a cool signing. It does feel like there's a nice. I wonder if they'll like more championship clubs will become like really good destinations. It feels like it always used to be Brighton and Everton in the WSL, like the lone destinations, but now there's more promising stuff in the WSL too.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. And just a shout out again, there's lots of matches that we haven't had a chance to see, but shout out to Sheffield United, who look like they're continuing from last season. The reprieve of Blackburn dropping out of the league has not saved them. The 4-0 opening day loss.
It's a temporary fix.
Oh.
Yeah, so it could be a long old season.
A year-long plaster. So, a couple of interesting games next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We have got London City Lionesses versus Man United, which feels like it may be a bit more of probably not an even matchup because Man U look like they played really well today, but they might be coming into themselves a bit more and perhaps slightly better matched. I don't know. That looks like quite a good one. And then City Brighton on Friday night again. See what City can do. See if they start looking more convincing.
And if Alex Greenwood went off what looked like a knock, so see if she's back as well, I guess, because that was what derailed City quite a lot last season was the injuries. If it's already started,
Well, Lily Murphy seemed to have a bit of a bad injury on
Yeah, I think
Friday
it's
night
a
as well.
dislocated shoulder.
bit of a freak
I hope
injury.
it's not coming for them again. They deserve some good luck this season, Man City.
Yeah.
Not that good, but goodish.
And hopefully Friday night in Daggers will be in for another 7-goal thriller between West Ham and Arsenal.
Honestly, my favourite kind of game. Just let's hope West Ham can actually get a point or 3 from it this time.
It's back. The season has started. The slate is clean. The competition begins. It's Screamers of the Week. Woo!
Oh God, another thing for me to get rattled about winning or losing.
Hey, you walked it last season.
Did she?
I think. I can't remember what the exact score was, but it was definitely
This is my problem. Last season I did quite well in quite a few things, and now I have high heights to fall from.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
It's
seem...
tough at the top.
Nothing seems to be going my way so far.
The only way's down.
Exactly.
So every week, each of us will pick a goal from any league, anywhere in the world, which we think was the biggest screamer of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's up to you guys, i.e. our listeners, to vote. We will put the videos up on Instagram, and then there'll be a poll on Spotify and a poll on Instagram for you to vote. And at the end of the season, we will crown a winner. Is Honor going to do the double? We shall see. Hopefully, for her sake, she does.
Honestly, for my safety.
And now,
For your safety.
And now, as a special treat to me, I'm going to go first.
Oh, I wonder what she's going to pick.
And I'm going to pick Olivia Smith's debut goal at the Emirates. It was a beauty. Let's all call it what it is, a screamer.
That was a screamer. Honestly, just that little run she makes, weaving about, and then that's just the kind of player she is, where she's like,
she's got the confidence.
I'll hit that.
Yeah, she just backs herself.
I'll
like
pick
Pina.
that one out.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to have like a season-long veto on me picking any Olivia Smith goals, but
that suits us, I think.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure the only ones I ever won last season were the ones where I picked her. I'm sure I'll become like, more mature and rational as the season goes on, but
I wouldn't count on it.
I just couldn't, like, opening weekend, I just couldn't. Honor has filmed a very lovely video of me reacting while the entire stadium was cheering.
I must see that.
Very sad.
I haven't seen that. Yeah. I must watch it.
But it was a fucking cracking goal.
It was an ecstatic moment. It's like, she's a new star girl signing.
Yeah.
Everyone was at the Emirates waiting for it, and then she just popped it in. It was a moment.
Yeah. Do you reckon Beth Mead and Kate Ford were on the side of the pitch like, oh, fuck's sake.
We didn't talk about Beth Mead earlier, but like I was really happy for her when she got that assist. You could see what it meant to her. She properly like punched the air.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a struggle for her this season, I think.
But I think she's a mature enough player that she can come on and make an impact.
She did yesterday.
Yeah.
You're right. Anyway, Honor, what are you picking?
Sorry, Jessie, I'm gonna go with Cornelia Capox.
The one highlight from today.
The one thing that you have, I'm taking as my own. It was just an absolute rattler, wasn't it?
Yeah, now I'm feeling rattled that I can't pick it.
You've got a lot of Everton goals to choose from.
I was just about to say that.
Where Everton to deserve this? My fucking flat, this is.
We're going to get thrown out.
Yeah, I just think what a banger, the way she moves.
She only scores bangers.
She only scores bangers.
It's quite
funny.
funny.
Know what she can do.
It was a great goal.
Jessie, what are you picking?
I've got two in keeping, for everyone who didn't listen last season, I'm very, very often will just go to the continent. So Sarah de Brits scored her first goal for Real Madrid the other night with an incredible free kick. Like the keeper does get a hand to it, but can't keep it out. It's like going top corner. It's fantastic. But I think we all love a volley, don't we?
We do.
We all love a volley in Screamers of the
Sexy.
Week. So from Sunderland versus Sheffield United in WSL 2, the first Sunderland goal is a beautiful, like, looping high cross. And it dips and it comes down, and Atkinson just hits it, left foot volley. Kind of uses one of the Sheffield defenders as cover, and the keeper just can do nothing about it. And it's beautiful.
Oh, I look forward to seeing that one.
It's the true winner. Forget them other two goals. As Maya mentioned, we'll put the clips on social so you can see if you haven't seen already. But from Maya, it's
Olivia Smith.
From Honor, it's
Cornelia Capox.
And from me, it's Izzy Atkinson.
So deadline day has happened since our last recording. Mm-hmm. There was a scramble to the finish.
Yeah.
And also, I guess a few questions being thrown up about the transfer market, where players are coming from, what it means for the league. So we thought we'd have a little dig into that today. Mm-hmm. Jessie, Liverpool, as you predicted, did a lot of last minute business.
If I know two things about my team, is that we'll lose to Everton at Anfield and we will leave the shopping to the last moment.
They're doing it for the drama.
I do sometimes think this with teams, not specifically Liverpool, but I do sometimes wonder if they've got like a transfer that's basically over the line the day before deadline day. It's like, it's a bit more fun if we announce it tomorrow, though, isn't it? a bit more fun to all come together.
Toes.
4 deadline day announcements, 2 loans and 2 permanent signings. So another of our loan players from last season came back. Alejandro Bernabé from Chelsea has now been signed permanently. Simshak from Barcelona on loan. Shimizu from City on loan. And Beata Olsen, a forward, has taken Livy Smith's old shirt, number 11. Hopefully she'll provide Livy Smith's goals. But yeah, like quite a busy end to the season.
I mean, that's good because it was looking very quiet.
It was looking sparse.
Yeah.
I think the problem, Anna, you highlighted that everyone knew we had £1 million, which does actually, it makes transfers a bit harder because why would a club be willing to negotiate down when they know you've got the money?
Yeah.
But I'm mostly happy with who we've brought in.
Yeah.
I feel like we were never going to be able to replace Livy Smith, but I am looking around like, where are these goals going to come from?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of Liverpool's goals or like big chances came through her, and it's a lot of pressure on Olsen to add to that. Kiernan didn't play today. I don't know why. Then she got a knock. Kerry Holland is great, but can't do it all herself.
No.
So we'll see. But relatively happy. Quite a quiet end to the transfer window for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think we did most of our business a bit earlier on. I think we've talked about it before, but I think the last few transfer windows, I think, have been a bit uninspired. So this was an improvement, I think.
Yeah.
And we have continued to kind of just add to the depth of the team, I think. There's definitely a sort of focus on forwards. That seems to be an area that we love to recruit for.
Yeah.
And consequently, we do have a lot of choice now up front. But yeah, I mean, I think we could still look at the back line, but like Anna said earlier, they're trying to develop Katie Reid. We're not using Lotta. So I don't know, but it does feel like maybe there could be, I mean, Leah's never not going to play if she's healthy, but I do think, is Steph Catley the best first choice we could have?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we could be looking at the back line.
I think you guys could do with another centre back, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not necessarily something that they've looked at this window. So let's see. Let's look forward to the January window, but also see how the back line does, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Olivia Smith was a really, really, really exciting signing.
Big get.
Definitely. I would have loved to have got one of the NWSL players who came over who went to Chelsea, but we didn't get any of them.
Well, she's bitter, anyone?
But yeah, I guess it's a slow build, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
True, yeah. But you, Anna, how'd you feel?
Quite uninspired by West Ham signings. Obviously, Fionn Morgan is the highest profile one in terms of like, kind of more of a social fan profile side. But I think looking at her today, I wasn't like super impressed by what she had to offer. So
it is a big step up, isn't it, from WSL 2 to WSL?
Yeah, it was kind
game.
of, I think, as we spoke about before, a bit of a like Christy Muir signing where someone's bringing a bit of clout to the team.
Raising the Hun levels.
Really easy to do content with her. It's like, oh, here we go. It's Fionn Morgan's day in her life at West Ham. But
I eat that up.
Yeah.
Maya will be watching.
Maya's like drifting over to becoming a West Ham fan. Other than that, a couple of less than a handful of other signings, which are either not exciting me or I haven't really seen so far. So TBC.
And then obviously the big news from that sort of last week of transfers was another record-breaking signing. So we've now had, I think, 4 record-breaking signings in quick succession. Well, since Amy Germer.
I mean, there was 2 in the last
Smith,
week.
Then
Alyssa Thompson rumoured.
No, she was 900k.
Lisbeth Avaye, wasn't she?
So Avaye,
And then Grace Gaoro, who has gone to London City Lionesses for an eye-watering 1.4 million.
Although London City Lionesses sources have now come out and said it wasn't that much, but I think the narrative, so it's kind of, there is still, I feel like we're getting to see more about transfer fees, moving slowly out of that era of women's football where everything was for an undisclosed fee.
Yeah.
But it does feel like whoever gets the story out first controls the narrative. So like, quite hard to know actually how much Grace Giora did go for, and if it is a world record fee or not. But either way, it's insane.
It's a huge amount of money. And it is interesting. I think there's also been a sort of split narrative that I've been seeing online between people who are saying how kind of outrageous and ridiculous it is that London City Lionesses are paying so much money for players. And then the other half of people who are saying like, well, why are you criticising a team that is just putting money into the women's game, and shouldn't we be encouraging other teams to be coming up to their level or kind of going in that direction rather than like putting them down for it?
I think it's difficult. Like the investment in the women's game is never going to be a bad thing. The things that are concerning me about specifically the way London City Lionesses have gone about it, like the Chelsea splash into, it might not be a world record, but splash into being Alyssa Thompson. That's like, frustrating as a fan of another team in the league, but I don't like, they don't bring in loads of people. They tend to bring in like 1 or 2 big name signings, and they do develop youth. Like, it's not a thing that Chelsea are not, like, they're prioritizing signings over youth. The London City Lionesses thing, it seems to just really be distorting the market. Like, I think transfer fees in football are so kind of unpegged from reality anyway, but especially in the women's game, it's like, it's really hard to gauge what's what. I mean, was it Corrales from Barcelona that they signed?
Yeah.
It's like the fifth highest fee in the WSL. It's like
500k.
Yeah.
Insane.
And that's just like, that doesn't seem to be pinned to anything. And is that partly because London City Lionesses don't have like the heritage?
Well,
don't
I was
have
going to
Europe?
say, like, it is different because, you know, they're a completely independent team.
Yeah.
They don't have the kind of infrastructure and setup that teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, even West Ham, Liverpool have, in terms of being able to rely on academy players or that kind of thing. Like, they haven't been like a big team. They haven't been in the top flight before.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's partly that. It's also partly that they do have this kind of like insane billionaire owner who seems to have a singular idea about what she wants to spend her money on, and it is women's football.
Yeah.
I can't help but just feel, but maybe this is behind every single team, like the wealth around that team. To me, there's something icky about it. The way it's being kind of splashed around, like you say, not into kind of an academy, but into, that was a screamer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a screamer.
We have Hamburg versus who is it? Hamburg
Wolfsburg.
Hamburg Wolfsburg on in the background, and there was go on, give us a quick lowdown.
Yeah, I mean,
It was a bit distracting.
Hamburg broke. I don't know who these players are, but that was like just a beautiful run, a lovely weighted pass through, and then puts it top bins.
We're not even getting a replay. Oh, here it is.
Go. This pass.
Oh,
but wait for it, Jessie.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Oh, I'm sorry, Izzy Atkinson. Maybe I'll have to change my mind.
80-minute screamer, Hamburg Wolfsburg. Look at
Melanie Bruntaler.
Maybe we'll add the clip for that on social as well.
First goal of the season.
Anyway, as you were saying, the splashing round of the wealth.
Yeah, the splashing around of the wealth. I understand what you're saying, because it does feel like it's not something that feels like she's putting into a sustainable model, although I'm sure she is. But it feels very like, let's just solve it right now and let's just buy all these expensive players. I guess the defense of that is they are in the WSL suddenly and they do kind of have to respond to that. But I agree, there is something.
But are you sure she's putting this into
I'm
like
not
a
sure.
sustainable thing though? Because it's like, I mean, I
just haven't done enough research to really like.
No, me neither. Again, this is like just me chatting, but I don't see how they're gonna make back
like what
money.
All of the money they've spent on these players, they're not going to be.
Is the model just like they just every season buy some really expensive players and try and gel a new team together? Yeah, because that's just like a weird model.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
I also get the sense that like, I mean, I have all this talk about like we're an independent club, which I don't think you can make that claim when you're part of a multi-club structure. Like I just don't think you can make that claim. It's not like the actual independent clubs that we've like, you know, we know and have met and have talked to, but I never get the sense that there's actually much truth behind. I'm sure some of the players and some of the coaching staff do genuinely believe about raising up the levels across women's football and challenging the sort of the dominance at the top by a few teams. There is definitely a truth to that among some of them, but part of me kind of thinks that like Michelle Kang isn't interested really in leveling the playing field. She wants to be the dominant one.
Oh yeah,
she wants to be the one at the top.
Yeah,
and I don't think she's the pantomime villain I think the league needed, but I don't think actually it's necessarily. You know, I feel like I'm half expecting next season Jocelyn Prasure to be fired and all of a sudden Jonathan Heraldes is there because she's just moving him around her various clubs. Yeah. It just all feels a bit
She's invested a lot into the USA football program.
Yeah.
Women's football program.
Yeah.
I don't think she's done that here. So maybe it feels a bit different here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it has been a bit of a tide change in terms of transfer windows, this transfer window, I think simply because of Michelle Kang.
Yeah.
So really different.
Yeah, it really has.
But then it's like, is this also just carrying on from obviously transfer records being broken and broken again?
Yeah.
Arsenal kicking off the season with £1 million signing. Everyone's kind of, upping it.
But I did think $1 million was a lot for her, to be honest.
For Olivia Smith.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about Alyssa Thompson being less than that, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I think NWSL clubs are watching this all happen with a lot of fear. I mean, the protests that were apparently going on about Alyssa Thompson coming to the WSL.
Well, I did see Kristen Press and Tobin Heath talking about it on their podcast, and they were talking about how it's just going to happen more and more NWSL players coming here because of the salary cap they have over there. And it's like financially actually is a much better opportunity for a lot of these players to come here.
I do think that does a bit of a disservice to players though. Like I don't think you can look at, like if there was a flood and we were seeing like tens and tens and tens of players every transfer window, but like I I do think there is still a level of defensiveness from, especially like players like Tobin Heath and Kristen Press, which is weird because they've both played in Europe.
Yeah.
But I think there is a bit of defensiveness about the league. Like I don't understand why anybody would want to leave, and I think they were maybe before the US women's national team, they were like just before it's really transitioned to being a bit more international in outlook. Like they've got a new manager in. I think Alyssa Thompson said she spoke to Emma Hayes quite a lot about the potential move to Chelsea.
Shocking.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure Emma really tried hard to talk her out of it. But it's like I think there's a misunderstanding from some fans of the NWSL as to why these players want to move to Europe.
I think that's true, but I think American women's sports has a history of underpaying its players and doing these like it happened in the WNBA like 10 years ago when like Sue Bird and Taurasi went and played in Russia to make loads and loads of money because they were barely breaking even playing in the WNBA, even though they were like the star players of the league. So I think it is something that but the NWSL has had so many different versions because it has never worked out how to be financially stable. So yeah, I guess they're not in a position to be paying players a lot of money.
And they've done a really good job, I think, by having the floor of like the minimum salary. But
which we have introduced, WSL and WSL2 have introduced this season here.
Yeah. Is it coming in this season or is it coming in?
Maybe it's just been announced and it's coming in next season. I would have to check actually.
But I think I think there's been two really good, sort of like spinning it out into more football finances in general. But I think that has always been the thing, isn't it? That like players, even the biggest players in the England team have said like, we have a short window to make money, and so I'm going to take all the sponsorships I have. Like, we don't get paid that much. And there were so many players, specifically in WSL2, who were having to do part-time jobs on top of playing football full-time. And it just wasn't a sustainable model long term. And so I think they haven't released what the figures are going to be, but they're going to announce them publicly. They'll be staggered based on the leagues and ages, I think. But it's a really long term. It's a huge step between that and the Nike's response to the news that came out last season about players were spending like £4,000 or £5,000 a season who didn't have boot deals on boots. And Nike have now stepped in. I think Chelsea and Spurs last season were doing it unofficially through their partnership with Nike, providing all players with boots who didn't have their own deals. But now it's going to be across the league. Yeah. And I think it's things like that give me more hope for women's football than like huge record signings coming into London City Lionesses.
Yeah, because it just has to be sustainable from the top to the bottom, doesn't it?
It's time again for the Woso community notice board. Any fun news for the notice board today, you guys?
Well, I just wanted to send flowers and give a shout out to Anita Asante, who was the only BBC Sport pundit to predict that Arsenal is going to win the league. Every single other mofo chose Chelsea.
I thought it was going to be a really valid reason to praise Neats.
It is. It is a valid reason to praise her.
She does so many amazing things.
Yeah.
Love her. She could do no wrong most of the time in my eyes.
Yeah.
She's incredible.
She continues to do no wrong in mine.
I'm not sure this is the most praiseworthy thing she's ever done.
Delulu prediction is...
It's the most praiseworthy thing she did this week.
Okay.
I don't think it's completely Delulu.
No, I don't think it's completely Delulu. I just don't think it's as... I do still think the season will go like right to the end.
What I will say is Jen Beattie did not say Arsenal.
Did she not? She said Chelsea.
Yeah.
Well, she's not going to be invited back to the Emirates, is she?
She's off the guest list. No, she's off the guest list.
She's been thrown by. Is she still living out in California?
Yeah, she's too busy surfing with Ali Krieger to care.
What was you said you had something on, and what are you going to add?
Oh yeah, I just saw a very nice little video of newly promoted RC Lens, who have just had their opening match of the season against PSG. Absolutely packed out stadium, amazing fans, amazing atmosphere. It's just so exciting. I think I might be very long-pilled.
Every week we
adding
find
another
a new team
to the roster, honours roster.
Yeah, another team.
Are we gonna go where?
So we're gonna have to
France
reshare this.
Let's go.
Is it near a border?
Shall I look it up? I've got my laptop. This is exactly what I have my laptop on my lap for moments like this. It is not far from Lille, so it's in North France.
Very easy.
I think we could do that on the day on the Eurostar. Maya's staying very quiet.
No, I'm interested.
Yeah.
J'adore la France.
You do love La France.
Oui.
So catch me there.
Count me in. And my last one was I saw which also is really nice, I saw that Lucy Bronze has donated 10 grand to the women's deaf football team to try and help their bid, to go to the Olympics, which I just thought was such a cool, genuinely really lovely thing to do.
Yeah.
And she was just saying how she's had the opportunity to go to the Olympics, so it makes sense that they too should have that opportunity, and I thought that was really, really cool.
That's so cool. I love that all of the Lionesses have been really like, not all financially like Lucy Bronze has done, but have been trying to like lend their profile to raise up other women's sports.
Yes, like Chloe Kelly going to the Women's Rugby World Cup game, which I thought was really cool as well.
Hannah Hampton was handing out the trophies and the medals at the women's final of the 100 cricket.
Oh, nice.
Which is really fun. It just,
They should have had Lauren Hemp.
They should have had Lauren Hemp.
She was in the England cricket programme.
Maybe she was unavailable and they got Hannah instead. I guess she's the one that catches things, so you know.
True.
Yeah.
Good fit. But it feels like they're really conscious of their profile.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're all like genuine fans of these things, but like they're thinking how they can use their profile to help other women's sports.
I love that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Go on, girls.
Yeah, well, we'll be going to the Rugby World Cup.
We're off the rugby
semis in
2
a couple
weekends
of weeks.
time.
Yeah, so to be confirmed who is in that semi-final, but hopefully it will be England.
Hopefully England.
Or is it Twickenham?
No, it's in Bristol.
We could do
Ashton
a day
Gate.
trip.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yep.
There'll be a little rugby insert to the episode of Screamers that week.
There will, because I think you're away for that one.
Oh, so I'm not here to...
Go wrong. Usually Jessie keeps on the straight and narrow to talk about football, but she's not going to be here.
Babe, if you're listening, we might have to cancel our holiday. Just got to keep these two from misbehaving.
That's all we've got time for on Screamers this week, but come back next Tuesday where we will be reacting to the latest WSL action. But until then,
follow us across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Screamers_pod. And if you've got any thoughts about what you'd like to see on this season, email us at screamerspod@gmail.com.
And don't forget to follow, rate, review, subscribe, all of the rest of it, so we can reach more women's footy fans and be in your inbox every week.
bye.
See ya.
Bye.